Good evening, and welcome to The Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I am the Gothic Rose, and this is the Daily Dive in 5, where we bring you the latest and most significant news of the day in just 5 minutes. And today we're starting off with world news. This first one is insane. South Korea declares martial law, not North Korea, South Korea. But in a dramatic turn of events, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol declared emergency martial law, accusing the opposition of anti-state activities and sympathizing with North Korea. This unprecedented move has sparked widespread protests and a swift response from the National Assembly, which voted to block the martial law declaration. The situation remains tense as the country navigates this political crisis. And then, of course, we come to the US-Canada border and the 51st state joke. During a recent dinner at Mar-a-Lago, President-elect Donald Trump jokingly suggested that Canada could become the 51st state of the United States if it couldn't handle the economic impact of a proposed 25% tariff. While the comment was made in jest, it has sparked discussions and mixed reactions on both sides of the border. Canadian officials have emphasized the importance of maintaining a strong and independent relationship with the U.S. Meanwhile, in the state of New York, where I live, some delegates have been talking about making New York part of Canada and giving them our income instead of giving our taxes to the federal government during the Trump administration. New York could handle it just like California can. Now, let's move on to this U.S.-Mexico soft invasion. Reports have emerged that President-elect Trump's team is considering a, quote, soft invasion of Mexico to combat drug cartels. This plan involves deploying U.S. special forces to target cartels and infrastructure and their leaders. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has strongly rejected the idea, asserting Mexico's sovereignty and independence. The proposal has sparked significant debate and concern over the potential implications for U.S.-Mexico relations. France is on the brink of political collapse. France's government is facing a no-confidence vote that could topple Prime Minister Michel Barnier's cabinet. The vote comes amid a divisive budget debate and growing political instability. If the motion passes, it would mark an unprecedented period of turmoil for France, with President Emmanuel Macron tasked with appointing a new prime minister. And just recently, France had all of those riots. Some of it was the French people bursting into supposedly the Black Rock buildings, the offices. Who knows? That's hearsay, but could have something to do with this political instability. An American Israeli soldier is held hostage. In a tragic update, the Israeli military has confirmed that Omer Maxim Nutra, an American Israeli soldier previously believed to be held hostage in Gaza, was killed during the Hamas-led attack on October 7th, 2023. Nutra's body is still being held in Gaza, and his death has been a significant blow to both his family and the international community. And sticking with the Middle East, President-elect Donald Trump recently issued a stark warning to Hamas regarding the hostages held in Gaza. Trump stated that if the hostages are not released before his inauguration on January 20th, 2025, there will be, quote, all hell to pay in the Middle East. He emphasized that those responsible would be hit harder than anyone in the history of the United States. In response, Hamas spokesperson Bassem Naim argued that it was Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, not Hamas, who was blocking progress toward an agreement. Naim claimed that Hamas has been seeking a permanent ceasefire and a full prisoners exchange, but Netanyahu's actions had sabotaged these attempts. The situation underscores the ongoing tensions and complexities in the Middle East with significant implications for international relations regarding regional stability. Now, remember, Bibi met with Trump in Mar-a-Lago, and there was no ceasefire when President Biden was very close to getting one. And it was said, allegedly, that Trump did not want a ceasefire before the election. So, with that, we know that President Biden did, and Kamala Harris was all for a ceasefire, and that is not what happened. So, these are just a few of the major stories making headlines around the world, from political upheaval in South Korea and France to complex international relations involving the US, Canada, and Mexico. The global landscape is as dynamic as ever. Stay tuned for more updates and in-depth analysis on these and other important issues. Thank you for joining us on the Daily Dive in 5. I am the Gothic Rose. This is the Dark Entertainment Network, and I'll see you on the next episode.